From the heart of Delta State, you are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
All right, very good morning to you guys. A very, very good morning. It's not going to be a very, very good morning because Daddy Chris is here this morning, and I'm not sure it's a very great one. But we're going to do what we do best, you know. People, I was preparing for today's show, and I'm just trying to get myself ready, because when you get on this broadcast, sometimes, you know, you think you're ready, but you're not. But let me just say quickly so that you don't hear some pam, pam, pam. No, my phone is always ringing 24/7. Just to avoid that embarrassment, I have decided to cool down. All right, hopefully I will have somebody to join me. Otherwise, sometimes I'm all alone. I'm all alone, you know, because you know why? Okay, thank God Joy is here. Joy, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
This one why you carry microphone for her. You know, the last time I check, because I'm the only child of my mom, anytime I'm alone, I don't cry too much. I just say, okay, it's one of those things, because I'm used to being alone. You see, it's not fair. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Yes. Today is one of those days I said, I've been trying not to have this topic because of some of my experience, because you cannot be bigger than everybody in your community. Sometimes you want to listen, you understand? But some of these things need to be done. But I realize that most of the things I do will offend certainly some of my people, certainly. But at the same time, what keeps me going is, there's a saying in Urobo that say, I won't speak Urobo here. They say, but they will say, now who like you and I say your mouth is smelling? You know, because in that case, if the person says your mouth is smelling, you go back and wash it. It might be sad to say my mouth is smelling, but when you tell me my mouth is smelling, I can then wash it and my mouth will no more smell. Which is better? Let the mouth keep smelling, or get to a point when I know it is smelling and I'm able to fix it. Well, that is what we're trying to do here. And on this platform, we try to talk to each other about ourselves. Today is not an exception. I will try not to go into the details of the damages we have managed to create for ourselves. I will try to touch on top of it. Joy, if I go inside, we'll go fight. So we're not going to talk on this topic at the top. We don't want to deal with it. But I want to really look at the education system in Delta State and in Nigeria first. But then we're going to, because this journey takes us into Delta State again, place I didn't want to go to. I prefer to discuss education in Nigeria than to discuss it in Delta State. And why this is so timely, and why it is scary, and why it needs to be addressed. I want to build this discussion on the understanding, so you guys know where my pain is. I don't live in Nigeria. I live here in the UK. And I talk sometimes, before I say one thing, I'll say in the UK, but it's not, I'm not in the UK, I'm talking about Nigeria. But at least I can relate it to what you people do here. Joy, every day in my life, every day you see Nigerians descending Europe. I want to share this image so I don't talk too much. They call it education tourism. You know, the silent export that is ruining our country. Somebody doesn't understand. When you see your leader or your brother, your sister celebrating the BSc degree of the son, the daughter abroad, and everybody travel to US, to UK, to Canada to come and celebrate. On the surface, it's nothing bad. But Joy,
yes, Daddy Chris.
Why is it that you that is going to face this heavy headache with me? On this picture now, let me just name some of them. when I was speaking, I tried to pick on, I was very selective while picking on the picture. There is the wife of the former President Buhari celebrating the graduation of the daughter. Whether the daughters, I don't know, I think it's one of them. If you look very well, there is the Vice President, Osibanjo, celebrating the graduation of the son. We have Saraki celebrating the graduation of his son. Should I stop there? Because when I talk too much, these were the three people, the president, the vice, and Senate president of a country. They all, if you look at the graduation, none of those graduation happens in Nigeria. They happen abroad. I'm 100% sure 90% are here in the UK. Now, the question they're going to ask me, can people educate their children where they want? I said, yes, you are free to. You are allowed to do so. But this is where it concerns me. Why it concerns me is the money that would have been used to solve our education system, to provide education for every one of us, you have taken it on your own alone for one child. Let me explain this, Joy. The average school fees for a foreigner in the United Kingdom is £15,000. That is 30 million naira. School fees per year. Don't get me wrong. 30 million per year. Now, if you are in London and you have to rent a one-bedroom flat for that child, you will not get a flat of less than £2,000 for those people that manage. So 2 times 12 is 24,000. That's another 44 million naira. 44 million plus 30 million is how much? 70 million. Now, your health insurance in the UK for a student might be about 4,000. That is already 50 million. Yes, 80, we are now in the 80 million. Then the child will feed. You buy air ticket for the child to come here. So, meaning an average child studying in the UK will cost the parents close to 100 million naira. Now, what is wrong with that? If the parents work for the money, why not? And if you see the picture I selected, I didn't select the picture of ordinary Nigerians who work hard to send the children abroad, but I picked the picture of our leaders. The question is, where are these people working? How much is their salary? How did they make this money? That is one side of the story, but that is not even the sad part of the story. The annoying part is, come to Asaba. Look at the room. Now, the world should watch with us. And I did not just pick the schools. They are real. I put the names of the school here. So you can go and check. I sent these images yesterday. I know they are angry with me, but I sent these images yesterday to the government. And I said, look at the nature of our schools. That is one of the schools, not only one, not be one, not be two, not be three. I don't tire today, fall in love. You know who sing that song? No, Jay, let's sing the song. Not be one, not be two, not be three. I don't tire. I'm tired of falling in love. If it's one school, I will say okay. If it is two, I will say okay. If it's three, I will say okay. This is across the state and across the country.
Yes.
Now, this is government model school in Asaba. The children are sitting on the floor. On the floor. But when you look at the other side, Joy, there is somebody spending 100 million on a child.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these are our government officials. I will bring this to the world to see. Right now, I think we have a problem. I am still talking from SRTV platform where I have chosen not to make trouble, but to talk to you, maybe embarrass you once in a while. It will come to a point I will begin to take you legally And that is the problem you have. By the time I get to that level, we have a problem, Nigeria. Because I will be taking your authorities, these people, to court. And come and explain to us and explain to the rest of the world why it is so. You know, Joy, I watched a very beautiful piece today where the president of France was in Mali, and they was having this beautiful exchange. And I was impressed with the kind of conversation coming from Africa. Our people are saying to the colonial masters, don't do this. We are not going to be here. We are not, don't look down on us. Don't give us your bloody aid. We can do things on our own. That is the new narrative. We are, in fact, if you hear where young Africans are talking, I had that video and I'll share it with this platform tomorrow. I was so impressed. Now we're speaking up to say, oh, no, Britain, what you did before is a sin. Don't try it again. France, you cannot colonize us again. You can't do all the damages you've done before. But let me ask you, Joy. Is it France that is doing this? Is it Britain that is doing this to us?
No. No. It's our own brothers.
That's where it is sad. To be honest, I started the movement and I said, save Nigerian democracy. And one of the solutions I was proposing is to invite the international community to come and help us. They say I'm asking for more colonization because they might come and they may not want to go, or things may not be as I plan it. But do I have a chance with Tinubu? The Tinubu government has already prepared how to ring the next election. They're saying they're going to ring the election. They are not afraid.
Yes.
So what is the option? Now, this is it. If you call on Donald Trump, they say Donald Trump is looking for oil. Let's deal with Donald Trump. Let's do this. That's fair. Now, if you stay with Tinubu, where are you going to get to? The election will be you there your house and the announced result. What Nigerians, please tell me what we should do next. Now we say the white people are not okay. They should go away. They are gone. Now it's your brother stealing your own money and taking it here. And you are all still the same slaves. You know why this is sad? In all my presentation, if you watch it, it would have been nice to have a common enemy.
Yes.
But we don't. Is it true that the Britain is now our enemy? We've asked them to go. They are gone. They have caused some damages, yes. But are they still the one causing the damages now?
No, they're not.
Are they Tinubu who are prepared? But in fact, these guys are ready. And when we talk of Tinubu, we say it's at the federal level alone. Down to the state. And I was laughing. You know, the last time I was teasing Omar Gege in one of my articles. I saw Omar Gege is crying now that he's being oppressed. And I put up an article. I said, Omar Gege, you are oppressed. And I was laughing. But the same Omar Gege was oppressing people when it was his time.
Mm-hmm.
If Omar Gege have the chance, he will oppress. So who should I run to? Who should I be supporting here? He would also oppress because he's only crying now because he was a part of the system. He was a part of the APC. Now the APC treated him badly. He's running back and say, oh, I have been oppressed in APC. Hello. You were one of them, Oga. Now Sheriff don't put fire for that guy here. In fact, he don't go. I don't know, say deliver with Sheriff for the same room. We go carry to dead body. That is what we are up against, my people. Now, I don't know whether to cry to the colonial master, who we are going to say, oh, Daddy Chris, you are selling us. But what is the alternative right now? Can you trust Tinubu for a free and fair election? Answer me.
No, we can't.
Can you trust this INEC for a free and fair elections? Is that the EU? Is it EU or America or Donald Trump that is responsible for that? Is Donald Trump the one taking your children abroad to come and study? That you cannot create your own school, Nigerians. School, hey. The president of Nigeria died in this country, in London. There's not enough shame for us. In fact, he's supposed to die here. But did you ask yourself how much is Nigerian government actually paying to bring that bagger here, in and out, for treatment? That money would have created enough hospitals
Yes.
for us to do what we want to do. We spent it on one dead man.
The general hospital system in Nigeria, I think when you go there, there are more of empty buildings. There are no beds. I think the last time I visited a general hospital, like a general hospital, I was weeping in my spirit because it was as if it was more like a beer parlor without the drinks. I don't know if you get the picture.
I get it.
There was there was basically nothing. The nurses, there were no doctors actually. It was just the nurses, those auxiliary nurses, and they didn't even care because I don't blame them because they are not even being paid what they are supposed to be paid. So I remember we went there to visit someone who had just given birth, and just me standing there, it was so repulsive. I was so uncomfortable because it was not looking like a hospital. It was so shabby, so shallow. And it's not just that place, actually. That one is in Abraka. It's not just that one. I've seen a lot of general hospitals, like people don't even want to go. They would rather go for private, consultations rather than visit a general hospitals, like government-owned hospitals.
Yes.
There's basically nothing. Like that's why we keep saying that take care of yourself, because if you fall sick in Nigeria, you're in trouble. You're really in trouble. Yes.
And you know why this is today? You know what I will not do today? Because if I go to every other sector, we're going to be distracted. Have you visited a primary school in your village? This is Asaba. What we show here is Asaba. Not even in the villages. Look at the ruin. I thought nobody was here. No, children go to this place at school. So look at it. The world should look at us and clap for us. This is Delta State, Nigeria. The oil producing, we get 60-something billion every month. Hallelujah. Clap for yourself.
Nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it.
Now, sometimes I don't want to do this. You see, sometimes I say to my people, it's not my interest to come and begin to talk down on any government. But you guys left us with no choice. There is no atom of these people will revolt against you one day. And that is when that's what you want to see. You start shooting gun at them. I'm trying to avoid that. Now I am confused. If we don't have money for school, we don't have facilities to provide school, and we're all having problem, we can understand. Then we'll begin to think, how do we do this? No! The governor of Delta State, the commissioners, all of them, none of their children will go to school in Nigeria.
Yes.
Now they are of the culture of taking their wives abroad. Not only did this now, this your wife when you live here, they will help you the banger. Sorry, Joy. If you carry a wife, come put for here. A woman is not something you just put there. They don't need food alone. Man shall not eat by bread alone. Man shall not live by bread. Don't be so the right of the Bible. What are the other things you must live with? Now, we interpret them in another way. You carry a wife, you go and dump it somewhere. Then they carry girlfriends all around the place. They go help you, they touch her here. Listen, we are in trouble, man. What is going on in Delta State, education-wise, is something that we should all be concerned. If I don't raise this, who will do it? Oh, Daddy Chris, why are you doing this? The question, yes, I don't want to do this. But who is going to do this? You all clapping. I saw our governor yesterday. He was actually talking to them about accountability, just appointing new appointment and all that. And I'm quite impressed. That's all what I see they do. Appoint, allocate, share the money. Those one, I saw the guy who was given the appointment, he was crying. He's so happy
Was
because
crying. Yes,
yes,
yes. The
he
guy
has been lifted out of poverty. Why would you cry?
poverty. So he's
Totally.
grateful for
Poverty
the
is
opportunity
gone.
to loot
You
money.
see, you see. Otherwise, giving you an appointment is actually a responsibility you've been given to. It's not something to be happy about. But in Nigeria, they know now, oh, I'm going to be rich.
Mm-hmm. They are seeing it as an opportunity. You know,
And
everybody that goes into the government office now is not going there because they have an idea or they want to work or there's something they want to improve in the society. I think they are seeing it as the opportunity to fill their pockets while they can, because they know that the government will definitely don't care will not care about them. So the idea is, when I get there, I take my own share and I go. I think that's the norm now for those in government
can you blame
offices.
them? Do they have blame? Now, this is it. In one of these shows here, I was talking about slave masters. And I trace it back to the transatlantic slave trade. The white people came, they took us as slaves. They are gone now. They said, oh, it come to a point, the world said, this is not fair. Let us not do this. So they were able to abolish the slave trade. Then they came to colonize us. We are still suffering from the colonial reign. But we told Britain, we told France, we told all these colonial masters, this is not your place, go back. They packed their bag and they left. Unfortunately, the new slave traders, our own brothers and sisters. That is why somebody in his conscience, a vice president of a country, can send his children abroad and go there and celebrate. Osibajo, I used to respect you. Now, you are nothing before me. You're ashamed. You all of you are ashamed. You are shameless. Is this how many of these people children are in your country studying? And you know why this is dangerous? Why would they care if the school is in ruin? What concern the governor of the entire state if the school is in ruin, if his child is in London studying? If they actually think they are helping the people, it's not their job. Oh. That's why when governor said I'm doing this here, everybody go dance. They thank governor. It's your money, Akpa.
I've said that thing to some persons before, and it almost resulted in a brawl. Where I said, "Why are you grateful for something that is yours, that was taken from you?" It's ignorance, actually. Well, they say the Bible said it clearly that my people perish, for lack of. But the truth is, in this this issue with the education thing in Delta State, I think I also suffered from it. Growing up, I think I attended a government school where it was so far from where we live, so we had to trek like kilometers to get to school.
Okay.
And when you get there, you have to get there on time, because if you don't get to class on time, you will not have a place to sit. So when you go late, you have to either sit on the window, or you're standing, or you're just leaning, or trying to just
Which year is this? Which year is this, Joy?
And that was a 2006 to 2010 or thereabouts. Yeah, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that.
Okay.
I had that issue, and a lot of times, the classrooms are so crowded that it's uncomfortable. Like you could basically see the discomfort. Like me, for example, I don't really like crowded spaces, so I'm always trying to be at the front. But then there are people sitting down, and I don't have a seat, so it's as if I'm perching. It's so uncomfortable. Most times we don't have books, we don't have textbooks. Teachers don't even care. Like the only thing they do mostly, like very important, was for us to go to their farms, because the government don't give a damn about them. So why should they care about us? I mean, how much are they being paid for them to invest so much in us? But there were a few good ones, actually. We had issues like that. And then there was something I noticed. Whenever it's time for election, you will see government agencies, like they will start coming out trying to distribute books, as if that was the problem. Like notebooks, not even textbooks, notebooks, They will come, they will give you bag, you know, those bags that
Yeah,
bricklayers take
yeah.
to work,
I'm coming
that
to
rope.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
They
coming
will
to
give
that. That is what I want.
yes,
That is
they'll
what,
give you
you
that
know
kind
what?
of bag, and then
Exactly.
they will share biscuits and drinks, and then give the principal few cash. And oh, they've actually gotten it. They do it every time. I was noticing it. There was this man that was always coming. Delta State's governor is coming for governor. He will come and share notes. So as young as I was like, we don't really need notes because our parents could really afford notes, but we need
Exactly.
seats. We need classrooms that are not leaking or the roofs are not falling on us, because there was a time the roof almost fell on my head, in a class that was always collapsing, but nothing really happened. And I think some months ago, I passed my secondary school, and it was still the same. The only thing that changed was they renovated the principal's office. I mean, at least that's the first building you see. So if you are standing at the roadside, you will see
Yes.
that with, okay, oh, they've actually done something. And this is not just my secondary school. There are secondary schools I have seen, primary schools that, in fact, the government school in Delta State. Let me say Delta State. Let me not go Nigeria. Delta State. The government schools in Delta State is just like that kind of, for me, I see like a kind of workshop whereby you can't really afford, so you just beg them to just put your child there, so your
Yeah.
child just stay there from morning till afternoon and then come back home. It's not like a place for learning, because if you see government school children in Delta State, they're more like, a lot of them, I'm not saying 100%, but a lot of them are more like thugs. Like
Don't
there
be
is
nice.
not nothing.
There's nothing to
Like
be nice to these people about. Look at kids.
nothing. They're more like thugs. When you see them in the morning, even as a core member at that time, you are afraid of, scolding a government school student, because you discover that the system has basically done nothing for these children. And then just the little you are trying to put, so they don't come and beat you. So you too, you follow the system. Say if you can't beat them, you join them.
Yes.
So honestly, Daddy Chris, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just wondering. I'm sharing the images as you are talking. And I'm wondering if children will not even go home with diseases from here. Look at the room here. I'm sure the kids will not be sick from this. You come here, look at the environment. This is not a death squad.
This is terrible. I think I have been to this school before. I have one of my NGOs. Then we went to perform. I think I've been to this school, but they didn't really let us go close to the classrooms. We were
They
mostly
will let you go
we
close.
were mostly, we were mostly on the field, so we weren't
Oh,
really allowed to the class. But from where I was, I noticed that. I know sometimes when you see these buildings, you are scared for the kids. Like, what if it
of
collapses?
course.
And then they would come, and when some such things happen, they would come and pay condolences. That's when you see governors and commissioners. That thing is so annoying. They will come and they will start, "Ah, we are so sorry. Why didn't you do something to prevent it in the first place? Because you could. How much does it? What's the? Is it that expensive? Is it that expensive? Or are we saying now that education is expensive? According to Abraham Lincoln, was it Abraham Lincoln where he said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance? Are they telling us now that education is actually expensive? Because it doesn't really take so much to fix these buildings. Let these children, and then one thing they do, that Chris, when they do one small work, let's say like they just fix one small part. That's when you see videos. They will make a lot of videos to show people that they've actually done something. They've actually
Oh
done
yes.
something.
Oh well, don't worry. You see their PA and essay going there to take pictures and sharing on
Yeah, they
social
will take
media.
pictures.
See
I,
Facebook,
I saw
Facebook
I
will
saw a
stop every
picture
one
of
of us.
one school. I think that was it a school? No, a police station in Udu local government. Was it Udu? So I was even making fun of it. It was a friend of mine that showed me the video. He said the commissioner, the money awarded for the project was close to 15 to 30 million naira. But what was written on the document was 2 million naira. He used it to renovate the police station. So I was making fun of the person that I said, look at your local government chairman. He's using 2 million naira to refurnish two bed, because it looked like a two-bedroom apartment. It was not a police station.
Oh my
It was not a
God.
police station. So I was like, then tell me why the police will not go to the roadside and start collecting money. because wherever it is or wherever they are working, it's no longer conducive. So they think, okay, and let's put on the uniform and say we are going to work, but let's make money for ourselves too, because our bosses are making money and they're not, bringing it to us. So let's do the same. And then when I saw the video, I was like, Nigeria, I pray we are not finished, because if we keep heading down this line, oh, it's we will need help, not just physical help, spiritual help also, because
Abi,
I mean, you could
and
you
I
could
wonder,
you
maybe
could
we
see
should call
that
on the pastors and the imam to pray for us, to pray for Nigeria. They
maybe
prayed enough.
maybe,
That is what
and they are
I,
so they
I
are
never
so
have
these
been praying.
people in office, they are so they just
Our Redeemer said he has been fasting and praying for Nigeria. Okay, Baba, your fasting and praying has not helped us. Stop praying. We don't need it right now. Anyway, this is a very serious issue.
yeah.
This is not joke, sir. And we are at a point where anything can happen. And I don't think it's time to be fun. It's not funny. It's not joy. There's no fun in what we're saying. And you can imagine my child going to this school, and I know that this is the reality on ground with my leader. This is what is happening. So, out of our collective wealth, it's not as if these people have one job. Their only opportunity is they got into government offices.
Into government office, yes.
And they're able to loot some money. So their children is now in heaven. Mine are in hell. Our collective wealth, if it's your money, I won't talk. Like I said, I know many private people does that, but which I think is even still wrong. But if the man work for his money, then I don't have anything to say. If he has paid his taxes, then I cannot open my mouth. But for a government official, why would the man even bother to fix the school if his children are abroad? Why would the idiot care to visit our hospital if his treatment is abroad? Tinubu will never get one treatment in Nigeria. Even if he get now, you go see our doctors not good enough. Our own will be too local. Massive inferiority complex we suffer from. No, George, who did this to us? Something is wrong. Something is wrong with us. And like you said, this is not just physical, it's not just mental, maybe it's really spiritual. Because we cannot be so foolish not to know that we can do things on our own. Yesterday, I was particular. I'm writing a book on it now. I was talking that the state as a creator. That was what we tried to do yesterday. And we were saying that it will not be out of place if the governor of Delta State is the CEO of all these schools. But he's truly the CEO of the schools. Everything that happened in that school fall on the office of the governor. Mr. Governor, look at your school. I don't know if I call on the governor, they're going to say, why call on him? Who should I call on now? Should I call on my dead father? Am I the governor of the state? My local government chairman, it is a time now where local government are now earning some 600, 700, 800 million, some 1 million. I don't know how much they get. In a month. Is this simply time for our children to sit on the floor? And and perhaps what we need is proper management.
Yes, management, transparency, and accountability.
Maybe that's where it is. Because when I come up with my policy, they say no, that the state is always going to not be able to do any business. State cannot do anything. State cannot do anything. If not, the same place where we are now, that is where private people run good schools. And they actually make money. You know what is so funny? These private schools are making money. Now, how can this man, Josh, these winners, how can he have the best university in Nigeria? It's a kitchen he has compared to what we have in Unilag, in Abuja and University of Benin. It's a kitchen. Have you been to Uniben? Do they tell you how big Uniben is? Maybe you guys don't understand. It's a village. It's a community of its own.
Yes.
It's not one purpose. We have the campus, go and look at the size. So somebody that owns that place cannot do anything, but cannot make the best of it. Is the one that have a kitchen. When I say to people, they don't understand. I've studied in the UK a lot. Come to my university here now, Middlesex University. It's a kitchen. You can walk around, I can tell you, look, this is the beginning of the school, this is the end. In 2 seconds, I will just be showing you where we are. It's not big, Joy, but the space is being used well.
Yeah.
But in our case, oh God, we have everything. No, listen, one day, my book is almost ready, and I'm going to talk about what I think about our education system. That's even not what we're talking about today. I'm just looking at this issue today from the issue of deprivation, of slave trade, how we still enslave one another. And it is very sad, Joy. It is so sad that I don't know what to say. Because there's no explanation for a society that treats its own as slaves. We thought white people came to take us as slaves. The colonial masters came, they treated us like trash. But now it's our brothers and sisters that are doing what the colonial masters could not even do. They even do to us what slave could not do. Slave was still looking at us with a pity. Look at what your own brother is doing to you. And the money is our money. Oh. Do they understand this? I don't understand. How can our money be your own? A local government chairman does not go there with his money. It's our money.
Oh,
nobody does not have his money. It's our money,
God,
sir.
God bless you for my money. Like people, I think we need to educate the public on this thing.
Your own money. Wow. Now, somebody is taking your money. This is the irony of what we're saying here. Somebody is taking your money, using the same money to send his children abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Your own.
I'm feeding you peanuts or maybe giving you change.
You don't even have a school. Look at your children will go there and get a disease and die. This is a death trap.
Yeah.
This kind of school you see here now is a death trap, sir. And how could you have the conscience? You know, those days when we came to Europe, I was in Belgium in 1992. That time, Joy, they never born unaware. No, at that time they could then born the Joy. In 1992, I was in Belgium, and we always used to say we don't see white girls, we won't impress them. They talk trash. The girl said, "You claim to be intelligent, Chris." I said, "Yes, I'm not stupid." He said, "How can you be so clever that your leader will bring your money from Africa and put it in the bank here, and your own country will come and borrow the same money, and you pay interest on it?"
Imagine.
We're actually paying interest on our own money. Hey, listen carefully. The money we are coming to borrow, do you know it's our money? That a foolish man ran away with. Now there's no money there. We're coming here. You see, Rufai was crying that day. Rufai, explain to them that the money we used to borrow to the white people, our people have stolen it. And where did they keep it? They didn't even keep it at home. Because if they had invested it at home, we'll have job. Go and look at every politician you see now. Show me their company in your village. This is what I said yesterday, and they were angry with me. I don't care. Go and look at Oboriori now. Go and show me Oboriori investment in his village.
No, maybe it's whenever they want to leave, where they're about leaving the office, they will start trying to do something so that it will be like the end was better than the beginning.
No. You know what the truth? All of them, they now have a private bank. And I said, even if you open a private bank, open it, we welcome you. In those days, and this is what we talked about yesterday, the man is not even entrepreneuring. Okowa today cannot survive if he doesn't come back to office. He has nothing to live on. That's why they are all around the government. My brother, I not talk. Make I not call my brother name. He's always going to be around government. He can't do anything else. He cannot. You've served for some years. You made some money. Let's say you even made some money, we forgive you. You will not leave the office alone because you could not create a single source of income. The same thing you couldn't do for us as a governor, you couldn't do it for yourself. Have you seen somebody who serves as a local government chairman? As soon they leave the office hungry, they beat him the next month. He's hungry. He has no single IQ. That's why I said, when I talk about the state as a creator, it's even good for you as a governor, because when you are managing this farm, because my own belief, if I'm the governor of the entire state, I will ask you, in every local government, I will have more than 200 acres of land for farm, my own farm, and that will be the state farm. How can you come from Delta State and we are looking for food to eat? Tell me where that governor headed. A place where you can go into the river, you can just now construct some little place, and and you throw fish. Go to River Abraka River now. You construct some place, you throw fish there. Ordinary poor people are struggling to do fish farm. Imagine what the government can do by just converting one portion of the lake into a fish farm. You know how many fish we will sell? In 6 months. 6 months, too much. Imagine River Ethiop. That's my village. Come to Ogariki and just use something to close the river. No, you don't need to even stop it. You just use the net to cover it so that the fish will not go away. And you put your fish there and feed them. After 3 months, come and carry your fish. How much will you make? In that same state, people go to bed hungry, no protein. When I grew up, I met my father. Only cassava farm, only cassava. We will be selling cassava now to China and to the rest of the world. It's what they use in pharmaceutical. What can you not do with cassava? It's food. How can we not farm cassava in Uroboland? Then you have a governor. No, they cannot farm. And they tell me, oh, it's not the job of government to farm. I'm confused. That's why when they leave office, they cannot even do anything for themselves. They're going to go back and send their children back there. Because the only source of income they know. The rest in all your money don't come, they go share them. Some follow, how much come? What a shame. That is the destiny we inherited. And that is why our children are in room. Look at the school. Now, what I ask is, this is why I'm confused. Okowa just left office. He made a lot of money. We know that, sir. We know you stole a lot of money. Even if you don't say it, we know. If you had opened school, sir, and start to make money within Delta State, primary and secondary school, and you say children should attend that school with 10,000 naira or maybe 30,000, we will pay. But that school should be standard. It would be better for me than the one this other stupid church is doing. Do you know now? Every church now, I know say you're not gonna like this one, Joy. Every little church now, they now know 2 ways of making money: tithe and school. There's hardly a church that doesn't have a school because they know the school is bringing money. But our governors, they couldn't even invest in school. That's why we're where we are. Look at where our children are going to school.
But I think if the government would have done something, if they did something, the responsibility will not be falling on the churches. Because right now, I think that's where Nigerians.
Church is going to make their own money too. Don't worry. We'll come to that another day. Because the same way when government they do now, so church do. But if you're not going to let me talk, because now go beat me. Mark, close my dirty mouth. So make a shut up, Joe. Because I know the truth. You know the truth. Because if the government of Delta State, you know the funniest thing, eh? Oh God. Yesterday, this young man was saying that the governor, that with Oduna's time, people were coming to Delta State to come and have food bed to baby to their kids because they know you can get it for free. If you give the best education in Delta State, that the student can go to good school and the place is neat, that the children can even stay in a boarding and they are cared for, everybody in Nigeria will start sending their children to your state. You'll be making money. You see, the government is at a very big advantage because they have a lot of space. Look at my primary school. Do the primary school is so big. If you make that school so unique, a lot of people will be sending children there. You can have up to 1,500 children in one school. So if you charge less,
the
Yes,
the private schools that we even have now, it is so expensive that
yes,
most parents cannot afford it. If the
exactly.
government schools were fixed, I mean, at least it gives the
And it
parents
shouldn't be free. There's
option.
something I was saying.
Yes, so
We're going to talk
yes,
about this today, Joy. We're going to talk about the NYC a little bit on part of towards the end of the show.
yeah,
I don't think it should be free. The Nigerian government will deceive ourselves. I've been in the UK for some years now. You know what saved the UK education system? It was going to go down. The government could not afford tertiary institutions. It was too expensive. You know what Tony Blair did? They almost beat the man out of office. He introduced school fees. He said, higher institutions charge school fees. These are government higher institutions. They were charging no money before. They now give them right to charge money. And not small money. They were charging from 9,000. I paid 9,200 pounds in my school. As a first degree, you pay year one 9,000 something, 9,000 something, 9,000 something. And you know what the government did? He said to you, okay, go and take a loan. The government will give you the loan. You go and pay to your school. So the school now is able to charge money. The students are able to borrow money and go and pay their school fees. And what they have done, government get themselves out of it. Student, when you start working, if you are making a particular amount of money as salary, you start to pay back small. You're not paying at once. That way, the system was then effective. They almost killed the man, but it was the best thing that happened to the UK.
yes,
Education must not be free. We will pay, but we will not be paying like the private school. The Delta State government can do. This is exactly what I am crying for. That the state, as a creator, the state must run a good school. It must not be free. Oh.
yes. But at least it will be cheaper than that of the private school.
Exactly. And now everybody have a stake in it. I will be
But
interested in that
government schools pay. We paid school fees. It's just that it was not so big. We paid levies, computer fees, agric fees. We
No,
paid fees.
that one, and a teacher they do that one. I know this government. Huh? This is why.
I didn't need to earn money now.
You understand? It doesn't come to where government is. They know where they end up. And again, this is where the governors are. The governor is the CEO. Sorry, now, but what you go hold accountable?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have any other CEO. Well, as far as Delta State is concerned, you are the father of everybody. Take that responsibility right now. And make sure, you see what I'm saying, eh? So I'm going to come to the state and say, okay, now these schools are not free. If your child if you don't have money as a parent, I will borrow you some money. But I will give you a job. Because I have job for you. If I become governor today, I better come and get job. You go and work in my farm. Maybe you'll be parents. If you don't, because I would have opened a farm in your village. Go and work in the farm. Otherwise, if you say you will not work, then I will say your child will not come to my school. But if you are working, then you can afford to pay your school fees. It will not be much. And what I will do, it's too easy to fix this country. I will set up a housing unit that is every local government today, and not say tomorrow. Give me 100 acres of land. I will build houses and I will sell to the people. Oh, man. You know how much we make from there? Let me tell you one thing. Last time I was so sad. I used to like this guy a lot. Okay. When I want to leave me alone, no problem. God day. But you know what? Something happened. Something very, 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 very sad happened. When this governor of this one, Minister of Work now, was governor of Ebonyi State, they wanted to bring ShopRite. ShopRite, South African company. They told him that he said the ShopRite said he should bring about 4 billion naira, and the state will not own any percentage. The percentage that the state will get will be about how much? The man said, who's going to do that? Do you know the man built a bigger complex with just 2 billion naira that is bigger than the ShopRite in Ebonyi State? That was when I used to like him. I never knew he's an idiot. Because he has turned to become a nuisance now. He's not a political nuisance. Why was there? The man was thinking straight. Maybe something don't run. Too many guests like us. Don't worry the man. So Umahi was a very brilliant man. Again, can you see what Alex Oti is doing right now? I have the picture, I have the video of Alex Oti school. If I share it here, they go say they compare them. So I would rather not compare. Now, my question is this. My people, is it really rocket science for the governor of Delta State to turn Delta State to be education zone, where everybody wants to send their children to school? It doesn't cost much. It's renovating the schools and making sure the school brings standard. Instead of me to send my child to that private school in Benin, I'm sending that child to Delta State to go and study. In a good school, in a cheaper environment, and you are sure of education. You're not even sure of the private school where you're sending your child to. We are sending our children to private school because we don't have a choice. But what does it cost the governor of Delta State to see this as an investment that can bring money? You see, I don't talk anything that won't bring any money to the state. It's not me. I'm not even saying put money in the school for free. Charge school fees. If 500 people in my primary school pay 30,000 naira, hello, 30,000 times 500. I beg, do the mathematics. How much is my teacher's salary? My teachers will be going home with minimum 500,000 because I can afford to. And everybody is a winner. 500, when I get a arithmetic there, 500 times 30,000. That is more than 15 million. 30,000, 500. So if you add 30,000, you add another 100, become 3 million. All right? Add another one, become 30. In fact, we are talking of some beautiful amount of money in the millions. How much are you going to pay your teachers that you cannot turn the school into a paradise? And the state will be making some small money there. I'm saying to Mr. Governor, that should be a business. And it should not be looked down upon. I know you are getting 60 billion every month. So because of that, you think this is not important. But this is the problem we have. Because imagine you now putting some of this 60 billion into to fix this school to the standard I'm talking about. The money will start pouring in. Your teachers will be happy. Your farm will be bringing you money. Your housing will be bringing you money. Name it now. Again, you know, I said I was trying to talk about Umahi just now. Do you know that actually you can work with all the shops in Delta State? No, you can have your, you know, they work with you, they partner with you. When you are bringing goods, what makes ShopRite so good? ShopRite will buy in quantity. In fact, some of the things in ShopRite are not even their own. But what they can do is they can buy in quantity from China and distribute it. If Delta State bring in a shipload of only fridges, your fridge you are buying directly from the company, the price will be so small. And then you can sell at a very small rate. And the state will still be making money. Okay, you don't need to sell it. As you bring it, you have all the shops coming to buy from you. They will pay today. Oh God. I'm just saying, I'm talking of Delta shopping. Instead of people celebrating ShopRite. All these are happening because our governors are inactive. I'm using my state. Yours is the same. And like I said yesterday, while you sat on your fat ass waiting for that foreigner, you have money to invest. You have the people to do the job. You're saying I'm creating the environment so that the foreign investors will come in. Okay, when the one you don't invest first? More than no invest. So, example is this now. When you get angry with me, look at your school. As you are angry, quick to be angry that the Christian are idiot. When did they do this myself? You know, it's easy for those people that want to please you to be angry and shout at me and call me bad names. Okay? It won't change me. Thank God say I not did the country with now. It go reach one time, I go begin betrayal now. That's where you are getting me to. I didn't say I'm going to do PhD in law for joke, because I want to take many of you, I want to hold many of you accountable at the international stage. I'm not looking at the local stage. And I will. So I'm not going to fight you in a primitive way. I'm going to use the instrument of the law. You will be uncomfortable, sir. And maybe that time you will be so vulnerable, you will no more be in office. It is a grave error in judgment for you to dismiss me. A grave error in judgment for you to dismiss me today. Because I will not be dismissed. I refuse to be neglected. Ato Zerebe said, if I'm not in power, I should be at the corridor of power. They burn you. Who are you to control my destiny? And I cannot have a say of my own. When they burn you, my father didn't teach me that. My father was not a nobody. And I won't be a nobody. As long as I breathe, I'll be a human being that can sit up and stand up for human beings. That's why I choose the path I'm doing. Right now, we are suffering because of the inaction and action of our leaders. That's why I can sit down here, even when I know the implication, and say, Tinubu, you are a failure. Oh God, Tinubu, what does it really cost to fix Nigeria? With all the money you collect from all the subsidies, all you can still think of, Tinubu, is how you make money from taxation. You're taxing people who are already dead. That's what you think of. I am saying let us change the mindset differently. If we have the best of education, people from all over Africa will start sending their children to Nigeria to come and study. The way they are sending people abroad, they will be coming to us to study. We are the giant of Africa. If we have the best health system, which we need to create on our own, and I'm going to come to one part of the day, nobody will give you knowledge. You need to steal it. Knowledge is not something that you're going to come, UK government is going to be happy to give you their curriculum. Go and take it home. Why would they give it to you? Then why would you come back to them? It's either you steal it or you find a way to get your own. Now, we are not even thinking straight. We're not even in that, we're not in that area yet. We're not even thinking there. It's only how you're going to collect the allocation and share it and clap for yourself. Listen, this is unacceptable. A state where allocation is being shared, look at the schools. And if Nigeria is saying this is not true, these people, these children of these people here, this is the former president wife, Aisha Buhari. The president, the vice president, Osibanjo, the then Senate president. I used to like Saraki a lot. Saraki, if you people all carry your children abroad to come and study, who will study in the school in Nigeria? Or why would you even care if those people are dying in Nigeria? Now, the result, look at the implication in Delta State. And I'm sharing it with you today. It's not because I hate you, but because you cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. It's not going to happen. Our destiny is in our hands to make. And for someone like me, I don't care right now. Like my people used to say, I'm almost 60 years old. The average life expectancy in Nigeria today, I am more than qualified to die. People in Nigeria no more live to that age anymore. 55 plan, 52 plan. That is what we find ourselves. People died from some shameful diseases because there's no treatment. Have you been to Nigeria of late? Sorry, medical doctors, I'm going to say this. I was with my friend, we drove to this chemist. And he said to the boy, Emeka said, I don't know what my friend told you. He was packing the medicine. He packed. If you see the number of medicine they packed for this man, for just only malaria, he told this boy, he packed it. It was so much. And he said that there's this blood medicine, you turn and make it add. Now I come make it mine. Make an add, no add, now I come add. Carry give my friend, no, may go drink. I was looking at him. My friend said, don't talk. I said, I won't say anything. That's to tell you. The person giving you medicine, you are not sure. They pack some medicine for you. You don't even know where it is made. How will you not die on time? When you play with the health of a nation, that's why our life expectancy is so low. I've been in UK for some years now. Doctor only gave me antibiotics twice and were monitored. There was the time I thought I had STD and it's sexually transmitted. I thought I have it and I went to doctor. They did the test. I begged them, give me, I need this because in Nigeria I'll buy ampliclos and begin to dose myself. The man said, no, you have to do the test. I did the test. He said, no, you don't have that. This is what you need. I said, but I need the medicine. He said, I'm not giving it to you. The man refused to give it to me. He said it will do me more damages. My doctor, and I was shouting at him. I said, you're a small boy. I know where I'm coming from. Listen, he said, in this country, I won't give you antibiotics. Do you know how much people abuse antibiotics in Nigeria? Education. I've never seen any country that abuse antibiotics like Nigeria. Antibiotics made in India. Thank God, yeah, even if the one made in India will even be better than the one that the Igbo man will make and give to you. Tell me why you will not die on time. Again, this is the action and inaction of our government. You know the truth? Tinubu doesn't care. The governor of Boriwori does not care. If he's sick, he's going to go abroad for treatment. Or he's going to import the best medical doctor to come and treat him. He's going to eat good food. He's going to be fine. You are the one I'm talking about. You see, we are talking here. The ordinary poor man that is even fighting me, I know you are the one that will send to come and attack me. But you are the one I'm talking about. Because Oboriwori is not going to suffer. Okowa will not suffer except they arrest him. They say the man is, when I talk, bro, it's not verse. I not talk again. Because anytime anything they push me, I must mention Okowa. Because I was telling Okowa, I was shouting on my show, Okowa, you will remember me. Okowa, now they remember me. I told this man, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You have a chance to be the best governor. And he's so intelligent. All he can do is play bigot. He thought the politics of Delta State is what you can acquire. Listen, Oboriwori is from my state. He's from my area. He's an Urobo man. Yet I can talk about him. So it's not about you. It's Oboriwori, not an Urobo man. So I was talking then, they said because it's an Ikama. Am I not talking of Oboriwori now? Is Oboriwori not my own brother? In fact, I'm being the one to bring Ibori to more trouble than any other human being. I call his name directly. I said to Ibori, Oga, you don't governor finish. Your pikin don't come. Where one company when you show me for Ogara, when you create, I won't make you they make money. Show me the company, Oga. So that people can be employed. People will be out of job. You didn't do it as a governor, you don't even ready to do it now. But when there's election, you will come out. Bros. 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 Where do you meet your tower? There's something in Urobolan, we call it our ancestors that they see. They are not all dead. Nigerians, today I come to you with good news. It's not, because at the end of the day, I wrote a book where it's going to come out very soon. In the book, I was talking about that we need to trash, and because we're talking about education today, I want to do this, and then I will close the show by talking about the NYC. In this book, I said we should burn the lecture hall. And it's like the federal government of Nigeria is now thinking along with me, but except one thing they didn't do right. Now they begin to find out that the children we are graduating are not fit for purpose. Now you can understand where the trouble is coming from this kind of school to a secondary school, down to a university that is only where they're going to abuse you, pay money, either pay handout or you're a girl, they sleep with you. That's what they're going to do. So you're not going to graduate with anything. So, and at the end of the day, we are producing graduates who are not useful. And that's why I said we should burn the lecture hall. And I introduce an education system that is going to be so effective that you spend part-time. When you are in the university, half of your classes will be in the classroom, the other half will be in the workshop. You hear me? 50% of your class will be in the classroom. The other 50% will be in the workshop, putting what you study in the classroom to practice. we will have the best education model in the world. That is what I've prepared in this book. This is not going to be the title, so anybody I want to take this one can take this, because I'm not using this title in my book. I changed the title. I was more stubborn in my titling. What am I trying to say? The federal government now come up with something. See, this is the difference. So, difference between the decrees and them. Because I'm not asking for handouts. I'm not saying do anything for free. This is where the federal government of Nigeria is so blind. That's why they never wake up. They never take on the responsibility of leadership. Maybe they know what is leadership. We need to redefine leadership in Africa, and in Nigeria in particular. A leader is somebody that manages resources. That is the word politics. Politics means management. What are you managing? Human being and resources. And how do you manage resources that you know is going to finish? Because if you keep spending and you don't earn it, what's going to happen? It's not going to be sustainable. Now, let's see what happened. The Nigerian government have rejigged our NYSC. Our Joy is here. The young man to give me an insight into the NYSC of today, which is beautiful. Nigerian NYSC is beautiful. They now said, okay, when you come to the NYSC, they put you in different, they call it different sectors now, where you go and study one skill, so that when you finish, you will finish the NYSC that 1 year and come up with a skill that will make it useful. This is what they have rejigged the NYSC to be. And I said, oh, that's a good thing. So they are now thinking that they now know, the government now know that the skills we are getting from school is not good enough. So you need to be prepared now to be able to go into the society. Then I asked myself, why would the child go and spend 4 years or 5 years in the university only to come and now be said, oh, what you study there is not useful, this do it here. Why not just do it there? Sir, I mean, when I tell Tinubu this one, they are saying that the education you acquire in university is not good enough. So we're now helping you to put you in a field that will be useful. If these are the field that we know that is useful for the Nigerian market, why don't we just make our university to only teach those skills that we need? Why are we teaching people what we don't need? Who define education? That is part of it. I won't talk. So that is what my book is all about. That our education system should be so intentional that it will be meant for a purpose to solve a particular problem. That's what education is all about. Because if I have a skill and my skills solve a problem, people will come to me. I can fix your car. They come to me as a mechanic, dirty. They won't go to an engineer who said, I studied mechanical engineering. You know you come to me to fix your car because your problem is you want your car fixed. You don't want somebody who's wearing coat and say this. But I'm saying with my education system, that the man wearing the coat, he will know how to fix the car, but he will know how to fix it better because the man, ordinary mechanic, doesn't understand thermodynamics. He does. Imagine the idea of thermodynamics and the practical thing. You bring your machine, you do your testing, you fix the car better. Like I said, it is insane that Nigerian university don't have a farm. The way Delta State government doesn't have a farm. And I said to Delta State government, you see, this is what I say now. What I said today, with that they will work. The state as a creator cannot work with that education system I created. Now, if the university is one good place where you can have the talent to work, where is Oboriwori not working with Abraka University to have a farm? I'm talking of ranches. Listen, yesterday I was sharing this and I was almost crying. You know the clash in the villages now. Some people have cow. Some own the farmland. The cow will crush on the distance, prey on their food, on their crops, and there's fight. The government is saying, there's insecurity. You are the cause of government. Because the people even working in our roads, in our farms, wandering, those Hausa people, you said that wandering, those Fulani men, it's a sin. You're actually abusing them. It should be banned. All we need to do is just create ranches in these universities and employ these people. Give them a place to stay. Let them take up the animals if they are good at it. But they will not be able to do that because I'm bringing real technology into the university. But there's something they always can do there. You see what I'm saying? There will be no need for carry cow on the street. and this whole stupid fight we are fighting will be out. I am not saying look for it, sir. The Abraka is big enough. It's a village. How many universities you have? The last time I was checking, they said, no, Delta State have 8 universities. I must not be comparing it. Abia State have only 2. What are you doing with the 8 universities? Now tell me what you're doing with the 8 universities that you said you have. Listen, I know what I'm saying will hurt you. It will annoy you. But if you sleep and you think, you find that I'm talking for the country. I'm not talking about you. I don't hate you. We cannot continue like this, sir. Imagine now, only Abraka, name all the universities, and they now have all these ranches. And they now even have their own poultry. You see crops we cannot make in the same university. Now the community is open. Like I said, in fact, plus the university, there will be about 500 to 1,000 acres of land. State farm. Anybody that could not send a child, why is it not working? Okay, Obodi will tell me why people are unemployed. If the money you collect this month, is it not enough for you to open state farm and say to them, now go and work? I don't understand. Can't we start building houses and say, go and work? Okay, if you build those houses, I'll help you to sell them and bring the money back. In fact, the day you start, I will sell all the houses because we're looking for accommodation. Now, I have had to spend money to go and buy a plot of land in Nigeria. Before buying, I have to go and do all the bloody CFO, and then people have sent money to, they will not build the house well. If Delta State government already build houses in a built environment, and I know there will be electricity, I will not go and waste my money to go and buy a house and where I'm going to think of electricity again and water. I know in this estate, there'll be water. I'll go and buy my house there. And it will be cheaper than the one I will do, sir. Tell me why you will not be able to sell all the houses you're going to build in Delta State. Oga, explain it to me. In fact, ordinary people should not be allowed to build houses. All this nonsense when they build everywhere. In the UK, not everybody can just open and say, I'm building a house. You got to get permission from the government and the way the house should be. And it should be in line with the city plan. Now look at everywhere. It's because government does not understand. We don't have government. More than obvious. You don't have a government. And when I come out to talk about it, instead of you to listen to me, you are angry. I better come, Oga. I go take you waka. I've been in Europe for half of my life. I left Nigeria in 1992. I was just 20-something years old. Today, I am a 60 years old man. I spent about 33 years from 1992 till now. I've been coming to Europe non-stop. So I don't stay in Europe. I live in Europe. And there's a big difference. I'm not saying things that you need to go and learn in classroom. No, I have lived through it. When I told them in my PhD dissertation, they were saying that why you want my PhD topic, and they were talking, and they said, oh, I was a refugee. And they said, well, I said, yes, I was a refugee. And I know what I'm saying. Even I wasn't really a refugee. That was the only way we could survive. If you tell them that you are, I'm not going to make a movie called Baptism. It's the only way we could wash our sins away. If you come and you tell them here that, oh, your problem is this, so you are running away from hunger, they will tell you you are an economic migrant. Go back. But when you say that government, they pursue you, come, so it don't happen, they will give you asylum. And exactly that's what I'm doing this. That's what my PhD topic is. The 1951 convention, I said it should be scrapped. We need something new. That's why so I live through it, my brother. I'm talking of a system I walk through. When I talk about oil in Nigeria, how the oil company, my grandmother is from Ovadi. And when I talk about it, people get angry with me. But that's my village. And I've seen what Panosian has done in Ovadi all these years. Today, if I show you in my phone now how they use cutlass to cut people for Ovadi, courtesy of Panosian, what you people say, these are my personal experience. So I am an old man, not an old man with no experience, a old man that talk from his center. And it's not just talking. I'm not just opening my dirty mouth to talk. I am telling you exactly as it is, as a man that have lived here. The same education system The same thing I propose to your universities is what I'm doing with Middlesex University here. Now, these things I'm saying now that you are angry with me is what Middlesex University is what they honoring me for. That's Okpa. Okpa sang. Let me speak small Yoruba. I'm an Yoruba man. What he did for some people and they praise him, he did it for some. You were insulting him. He said, the food that the community will eat, who is going to cook it? He doesn't know anyone. That's where I am. But I'm satisfied. I want to sleep in my grave and say, yes, I've done my best. I said it as it is. If that is all I can do, but at least I've started. Right now, I'm documenting them. Because at the point in time, I found out one of the biggest trouble we have in Africa was that we never put anything on paper. So that's why we don't have a Bible. And that's a beautiful topic I would like to talk about on this show one day. You know, I have a church because I believe in Jesus Christ, but not the same way you do. And in my church, it's not the same church that you practice now. I only listen to what Jesus said. And I just find out that the only reason we don't have the African Bible is because we never put anything on paper. We didn't write. Our forefathers didn't know how to write. So the only history given to us is the history of the Jewish people. And that is the Bible. Why would the Jewish man write the Bible? I write the history and say he's not superior to you. That's why in the Bible they tell you to be loyal to your master. God doesn't create you as a slave. There's nowhere God created you as a slave, but in that Bible, he recognizes you as a slave. American Declaration for Independence, it says all men are born equal. And we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, among which is the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Not be me talking, that's American Declaration of Independence. He said we are all born equal. Where is the same American Bible? They're telling you that you'll be loyal to your master. That is the Bible according to the Jewish people. That is the word of God according to the Jewish people. There should have been the word of God according to my forefathers. We don't write. Now it's time for us to write something for our children. Because all I said on this show, if I don't put anything on paper, I will die tomorrow. My children don't go see anything. My experience, they're not going to say and take art. Now I want them to be say, this is what Daddy Chris said. Very many of you don't care right now. But I want them to remember, oh, Daddy Chris said this in his paper. In this book, he says so. So I'm not going to spend the rest of my life just writing. I want to rest my case. I rest my case on the understanding that we are all in trouble. That we have a beautiful land called Nigeria. The land is beautiful. We are the most blessed. In fact, I never see any nation as blessed as Nigeria. And I can tell you people, for those of you ordinary Nigerians, President Tinubu is not a wicked man. Governor Sheriff is not a wicked man. If they know what to do, they are like father, they will give to you. You know where their fault is? So they are not being wicked or their people will stone to death. No. Their only problem is they're not ready to listen to anything called opposition because they are sensitive. All they care is the power. If not, if they remove the power and they try to look for what is good for the society, I'm sure ordinary Nigerians have the idea that can move the country to where it's supposed to be. And now they are comfortable, of course. Oboriwo is not hungry. Tinubu is not hungry. His men are not hungry. So what I'm speaking about here, the children ain't going to go to this school. Look at this school here. The children ain't going to go to this kind of school. So that leaves me and you in a total mess. We're in trouble, guy. If we're going to get out of this, we need to talk with one understanding. You must not be used against me because I'm not your problem. Let for me, your life will be better off. And Oboriwo is not the problem. Except sometimes they don't listen. If they don't listen, we make them to listen. Because they don't get it. I don't expect everybody to have all the experience I have, or the ones other people have. If you don't listen to me, how am I going to? And you see, and sometimes when I talk, they say, oh, no, this state is mine as equally as yours. Oh, but what is your stake in Delta State and mine is equal. You only elected to be governor, you're going to leave. We all own the state. So I have a say in how I am being governed. Hello. And besides, I'm 60 years old. So I cannot be called a boy. I'm a grown man. So I have the right to say, because my children's destiny are involved. May God bless us. I'm going to end the show by going back to the little place I want to talk about, the NYSC rejigging. Something I'm really passionate. I just got to a portion of my new book, and I got to read about this NYSC, and I'm bringing it into the book, and I'm trying to analyze it and see whether it's aligned with what I'm saying. Everything about this NYSC is cool. The new NYSC is cool. They're not trying to redirect the kids to have a particular skill that make them useful. So they're going back, they're going to leave NYSC with more meaningful skill, which is good. That's a good one. Now, this is my problem. How are we going to sustain it? Do you know how much NYSC is costing Nigeria? So we train people for 4 years in university and we bring them here to now cost us more money. 6-point-something trillion, my people, goes in annually into NYSC. The federal government is paying them for working. Not a lot of money, but at least they're getting minimum wage now, from what I understand. Which is okay. But sir, why would you spend years to train a child, and now you bring him here to come and give him a job that you send him to go and teach in a primary school where that skill or what he studied will not be useful? So I'm happy you now redirect that one to acquiring useful skill for the society. The only part I don't understand is, why are you not, now that you are sending them to different states, why are you not making the states to actually use this NYSC now to these kids to produce something that will bring out both money to the state or to the government? You cannot be spending, and money is not coming. That's why it is a burden. You know, Tony Blair, God bless you. You taught me right. Tony Blair said, there cannot be free education without nobody paying for it. Somebody have to pay. It's not sustainable. The NYSC is not sustainable as it is. It has not been, and it is not as it is now. Why the new innovation will give the kids the skill they need, as long as what they're going to do will not bring in money, it remains a burden, and it's not sustainable. The Nigerian education system right now is not sustainable, because instead of you to convert the young people, the school, into a production hub, it's a training center. What a rubbish. How can a university be just a training center? A place where you train people with all the skills, with all the talent in there, with all the lecturers, all the knowledge in there. They are wasted because the government doesn't think outside the box. I am saying that the state as a creator, hallelujah, that's my new book. The state as a creator should be able to set up companies. Mr. Governor, at the end of every 6 months, there are some graduates coming. So you're going to have some free workers. Now, if you use these young people, direct them maybe 2-3 months or 1 month to train them in whatever skill you need them for. It should be what they study from university. If they follow my education system down to this place, then they will they will now work in all these areas. And I'm sure they cannot be useless now. They spend 4 years, they are grown up, they are adult now. They will contribute something. And on that basis, that maybe if it's a house you are able to make with them and you sell the houses, many money is now coming into the system. That is sustainability, sir. Clap for yourself. When you do that, even when you leave that office, you will not suffer. You know why? Because you will not know what it takes to produce something and make money. You will now know how to administer and make money. Right now, you people are administrators. You are not CEOs. Our governors are not CEOs. Our local government chairmen are not CEOs. They only told them my money will come and they will use the money to construct roads. They will pay teachers. That's what they are taught. A local government is not taught that it is responsibility to own a farm and make money. A local government chairman is only told that he can use people to go and harass people on the road to collect tax. It's not taught that that is waste of time. Instead of me to waste that time, I better use it on my farm. A local government farm will make a lot of money, sir. A local government building houses will make a lot of money. A local government supermarket will make a lot of money. Leventis was a local government supermarket, was a government supermarket. Leventis making serious money for the British government then. And I don't know what to say. I'm going to keep quiet because my time is up. I'm going to say this, people. First of all, I like what I do. Give me a chance to say things as it's supposed to be. And I always say to people, I'm not ordinary. Sorry, guys. Maybe you listen to a lot of ordinary people. I am not ordinary. And if you listen to what is coming out of my mouth, those of you who come out and watch this show, you know that Daddy Chris is not an ordinary man. There's deep wisdom and there's deep knowledge and deep experiences in what I say. If you like, put it to good use. If you don't agree with some of what I say, I can understand that. But like I said, it will be a grave error in judgment for you to dismiss me. Because I will not sit down and allow you to fall. Because if the governor is failing, we fail with you. If President Tinubu is failing, we fail with you. If my local government chairman is failing, we are failing with you. Because you are not alone. You carry our destiny with you, sir. That's why we have right to say that, sir, don't take us on this route. Don't do this. It's not about you. It's not about hating you. It's about taking responsibility. I have children and I need to take care of. I want to leave this world and leave a better Nigeria for them. That's what I said in my book. I pray that my children will go to a better school. My grandchildren will go to a school that is made up of the system I have created. Let me close by saying this. The days of blaming colonial master is almost gone. The days of blaming others are gone. They are no more with us. Mongo Park, now know we are buried burial. Yesterday, I was so passionate. So passionate. I wish I could tell Boriori. I wish he could sit down with me and I'll just advise him. Sir, if you organize a huge event in Delta State once a year, not the one they're going to do without money. Oga, show me the paper. Pepsi or Coca-Cola, they will beg to sponsor it because the government is going to be involved. You bring all the kings, all those kings when they come meet you, when you carry money give. No, they can be useful. Let's celebrate our culture. Pick Asaba this year. Pick another place another next year. But when that event happens, the whole world will come and celebrate with us. True culture, something that is missing. I was saying to Yoruba people, we don't have a culture right now. We only say we have culture, we have culture, we have culture. We know what is culture. Where can you read about the culture? You have the Jewish culture. You read about it every day, how things should be done. According to the Bible, where's your own? I pray God give us the wisdom to accept these difficult messages because they are not easy. They are not easy, I understand. And may God bless you too for listening to me. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is what I do. I handle difficult issues. That's why nobody likes me. One guy said to me, that's why nobody like you. I say, I know now. I say nobody like me now. So I don't know when I come back and make you like me. That's where we're going to end the show today. Until tomorrow when I'll be your way again. Hopefully my people will be here again to be able to start tomorrow's test. I don't know what happened to them today. But tomorrow we'll do this again. And please stay out of trouble. My name is Daddy Chris. And this is SRTV. I'm reaching you from London. God bless you. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the hearts of the city Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856. Innovative.